Hey, this is the third episode of my Unscripted Rant series. I'm doing a third episode as opposed to stopping the series because, I don't know, I just enjoy making these videos. And they're easy to make. I don't really make YouTube videos that often. I do sometimes for fun, just to kind of, I don't know, do them. It's just what I do. I like making videos for fun sometimes, but not very often. Sometimes I go on month-long hiatuses. But anyway, today's topic is Australia, just in general, just like all of Australia, and how it fucking sucks. I would know because I've lived here for essentially all my life. Um, you can't tell because I have a very generic white person accent, but yeah, I'm considered an Australian. So people tend to generalize Australians a lot. It's just a thing that happens, and no one really cares. So I don't think I'm offended by it. No one really cares. It's a fun little thing. Um, but one of these generalizations links back to what we were talking about before about the accents. Not every Australian speaks like this, and they say "can't" all the time. Can't. You know, it's just not the case. It's just not a thing that happens. Some Australians do. A very small minority of Australians do. Australians with very poor vernacular do, but it's just not the case for most Australians. Most Australians just sound like Americans, which is kind of sad. um, anyway, a stereotype that is true, a stereotype that is very unfortunately true, is the intense weather in Australia. It is insane. Here's a weather graph thing from Death Valley, California, known for being the most hot place anywhere on the planet, and here's a weather graph or whatever for where I live. As you can see, they're pretty much identical. 40 degrees Celsius is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and it sucks. Help me, please. Now, this is news to me, which is surprising because I'm the arbiter of all knowledge. I know everything, but apparently meat pies are a very distinctly Australian thing. We don't really have them in other places, or they aren't as widely eaten in other places, which is weird because they're just kind of just a part of Australian life. Meat pies, like pies, but with mince inside them. And maybe you put some little dollop of tomato sauce on top, and I feel like, isn't that everywhere? But apparently it isn't. I typed up Australian foods, and one of the first things was meat pie. Thanks, Microsoft. Now, this ranting has been it's been pretty unhinged. I'm gonna be real with you. It's been pretty unhinged. It's been pretty wild. It's been pretty crazy. It's because uh, it's unscripted. I'm not sure if you could actually tell. But I need to metaphorically sober up for this bit. Not literally sober up. I haven't even touched one alcohol in my life because I'm a good Christian boy. But I'm going to metaphorically sober up for this next bit so I can really deliver the facts in a good way. Drop bears are real. You might have had myths, false rumors that they are not real, that they're made up by people to scare tourists, which is not the case. They're very real. And they will tear your face off. Okay, so don't visit Australia. Ever. Now, living in Australia, the backwards country is something they call it. Well, it can get confusing at times because Americans have just reached their influence so far. You can't see me, but I'm doing like a big wavy motion with my hands to indicate how far Americans' influences are. If that makes any sense. It basically their way of living has ingrained itself in every single culture, no matter what culture it may be, including Australia. Australia uses a date format, which you start with the day, and then the month, and then the year. So obviously, one more comment. I've seen my fair share of Australia-esque videos by Australian creators. They use the date format that Americans don't like because it's not patriotic enough for them. Day, month, year is the correct format in Australia, and you're just gonna have to deal with that. Sorry, America. Another thing that Australia does differently from the rest of the world is its snacks. Australians have a little cracker called shapes, come in a bunch of different flavors. For some reason, these shapes confuse Americans. I I don't get it either. They're literally just crackers. Like, they're just crackers, guys. Come on. We also have Tim Tams, which are little chocolate biscuits. They're so good. The aforementioned meat pie. It's pretty good. Much better than a fruit mince pie, which is a lot of Americans, British, Northern Hemispherians, as I like to call them. No one calls them that. Northern Hemispherians eat fruit mince pies. Australians and some New Zealanders eat mince pies, meat mince pies. But I can say this because I've had an American snack. A day ago, I ate a Reese's cup, a Reese's peanut butter chocolate cup, and it tasted like garbage. It tasted so bad. The peanut butter was just overpowering. The artificial peanut butter flavoring in the Reese's cup tasted more like peanut butter than actual peanut butter, and that was disturbing. I didn't like it. It made me ill. It was just too sweet, way too sweet. I don't know what the fuck Americans are putting in their chocolates, but it was far too sweet to even be enjoyed. Hershey's tastes a lot different than Australia's preferred default chocolate bar, if you want to call it that. Cadbury's, they just taste very different, which I don't get because they're both chocolate. How do you fuck it up, guys? Come on. I've ranted for 6 minutes now, and I need to sleep like a fucking hibernating animal. I have expended all my energy, and I'll someone wake me up in April. Goodbye. Good night. It is time for me to rest now, my children. Also, you should share the video and like the video and subscribe.